$10 million for Beyonce to step up and back Kamala Harris publicly. $5 million for Megan Thee Stallion. $3 million for Lizzo. $1.8 million for Eminem. I mean, is that normally how it goes? You spend $20 million, you get yourself in debt to try to get a bunch of rich celebrities on stage? I'd never seen that. Maybe I'm ignorant of the fact, but wow.
It seems more like a giant money laundering operation more than anything. I mean, you take in this massive amount of money, right? I mean, okay, like Oprah, I'm really shocked about Oprah. Like, why does Oprah need $1 million? Like, Oprah's a billionaire, right? I was shocked at all. I thought she was doing it because she believed in it. But here's the thing, you know, there's laws against two things. Number one, you can't make false statements, but also material omissions of fact. They were keeping everybody in the dark about how bad things were. They're just basically, you know, painting this rosy picture when meanwhile, it's like, you know, they're all in quicksand, sinking really fast.
Money laundering? Yeah, definitely looks like that. I'm not going to lie to you. All this money being paid out to all these Hollywood Democrat people. We don't even know if they actually support Kamala Harris or if they just got paid and supported Kamala Harris. Oprah is being mentioned as one of the people that everybody's questioning, though. Like, yo, why do you need $1 million if you really support this? You rich. You know what I mean? Like, that don't make sense to me. You know, maybe you could take some of that $1 million and give to Maui victims or, you know, Hurricane Helene victims. Just saying. Now, everybody in the comment section saying that this is a pretty interesting take from this guy. I don't know much about his past and nothing like that. But yeah, also see that Belford doesn't hold back is what they say. Interesting take from someone with a history in finance. Yeah, I don't know much about that. But anyhow, as you can see, they paid $10 million to Beyonce, $5 million to Megan Thee Stallion, $2.3 million to Lizzo, $1.8 to Eminem, and $1 million for Oprah. Sheesh, man. And don't wonder why they in debt. You really spending all your money to do all this BS? Somebody said, I thought Eminem was wiser. I was wrong. He was always an idiot who hated Trump. Someone replied, I Am Mean replied, what did they pay Cardi B, Usher, and Bruce Springsteen? Yeah, definitely to figure out what that is, because she has some explaining to do. But Oprah is denying that she was paid by Kamala Harris. It says Oprah denied being paid anything from Harris despite FEC records that confirm she was paid $1 million by the campaign. Why lie about something that can be confirmed so easily? I don't know.
Hey Oprah, good morning. How are you, darling? You're looking very good. How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election, thank you very much.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Not true, okay.
I was paid nothing, ever.
What do you think about all the celebrities with their mass exodus?
I'm not talking about that.
Do you think Prince Harry's gonna lose his visa now that Trump's president? Thank you, Oprah.
You would think that they learned something from this election, but no, they're going to continue to lie. It don't make no sense. According to the Federal Election Commission, Oprah Winfrey's Harpo Productions. Wow, she really named it Harpo Productions? Really? From The Color Purple? I love Harpo. But yeah, Harpo Production was paid $1 million by Kamala Harris's campaign. She repeatedly denied being paid anything about the failed candidate. Why is she lying? We don't know. Can't tell you why. I mean, it's Hollywood, right? And by the way, I'm still under the weather, y'all, so bear with me in terms of the energy and all that. I know y'all rock with me and all, but yeah, it's looking like I got COVID. Can't smell, can't taste nothing. I haven't took the official test for it, but last night I had the sweats and all the other good stuff. But anyhow, yeah, Harpo Production was paid $1 million, which means translation, Oprah was paid $1 million. Now, moving on. Right here, we have the FCC records. Let me switch the screen. Now, obviously, this was on the screen just previously next to the other video of Oprah denying this, but I wanted to make sure y'all got a clear look at it. Harris for President, Harpo Productions Incorporated, 10/15/2024, $500,000, and you see two different payments on that same exact day. Definitely got to go to the comment section on this. So Oprah is a liar too, huh? Not surprising. She was endorsing the two pathological liars, Kamala and Tampon Tim. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, if you ask me. He already moved the goalpost several times. Kamala didn't personally write a check directly to Oprah. You see? Oh, excuse me. Whatever that means. Check to see how much Taylor Swift and Beyonce were paid under different LLC names. Yeah. Yeah, because the way that Taylor Swift entered the whole thing was just random. Anyhow, right now we have every celebrity, including Oprah, or left-wing podcaster who took money from the Kamala Harris campaign and did not disclose that they were paid political advertisement. They broke federal law. Now they're going to have to get a lawyer, including you, Oprah. And the law applies to both parties, and Trump DOJ must investigate. Let's check it out.
$1 million to interview her in September. $1 million. Now, if she thought she was saving democracy, she should have done it for free. Kamala scared donors by calling Trump a dictator, got $1 billion, then just gave it to her friends and blew the rest on being a diva. Kamala went on a podcast, remember Call Her Daddy? But she didn't want to go to their studio in LA. So she made the host fly to DC and used campaign cash to build a fake set in a hotel room. She spent more than $100,000 to build it. That set, see it? 2 chairs, a coffee table, and a bookshelf. That's 6 figures. Now, we looked at the set. We probably could have done it for around $6,000. That's without labor. But where'd the rest of the money go? We don't know. So she's still trying to soak folks for cash. 24 hours after the election, on Wednesday, Democrats got a text from the campaign. Urgent. We need help. Donate now. Help with what? You lost. This is how she's going to spend her donors' dollars.
Now, that's just insane. And it also got me raising my eyebrow like, So are you paying all these people all this money so that you can actually launder it back to yourself? We don't know, man. It's the DOJ, right? It's the government. We're not surprised by this stuff. But I didn't know that you have to, make it known that you are. Well, yeah. I mean, because at the end of every political ad I hear, this is paid for or endorsed by XYZ. So that makes sense. Ooh, excuse me. Somebody said, what about Harris campaign donating $400K to black churches? What? Hold on. It says Harris went to 2 black churches yesterday as part of the Souls to the Polls tradition. This was October 21st, by the way. Vice President Harris spent the past 2 Sundays in black churches, a time-honored election season tradition for Democrats. Yeah. Contribution right here, though. Y'all see the funds. Black Church PAC contribution, $150,000, another $150,000, so $300,000 went to black churches right there. Man, she was just throwing that money out there. What was they doing with $150,000 anyway? Now, I find it seriously hard to believe that the people of that congregation knew about that donation. I mean, $150,000. Somebody even said, I doubt the people who go to those churches were made aware of massive financial contributions Kamala made. Watch the pastor in the new Cadillac still asking for tithes. Ooh, I'm asking for good health right now, God. Campaign or personal funds? Campaign funds for sure. These are definitely campaign. Ooh, that's what they let her in. Wait, that's why they let her in after she said you're at the wrong rally. Yeah. Now, Eric Trump, he has his thoughts on this, and I think you should definitely take a listen to it. The media has lost their credibility, hence why podcasts are doing so well, why Rogan is doing so well, why X is doing so well. The legacy media is not believable anymore. Hence why we are trying to get Oprah to actually answer something real. But hey, it's the government, man. She's tied to, she's tied to the Diddy list, just like Kamala. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying.
He has lost all the credibility. And listen, my father won the popular vote by 5 million votes, the largest electoral college, victory in 50, 60 years in this country. And clearly he had a media that was 98% against him every single day. And by the way, Sean, let me just remind you, this is the same media that we as a family knew so well. You see Joe and Mika on MSNBC every single morning, and they're trashing him every morning. I mean, they used to spend half the weekends at Mar-a-Lago. They were there all the time with my father, right? This is Oprah. Oprah, another person who used to love going to Mar-a-Lago. Aaron Brunette, right? Same thing, was always, always around. We'd have lunch with her in Trump Tower all the time. The Anderson Coopers, the Don Lemons. I mean, we literally knew them all, and they loved us, right? They loved us. Donnie Deutsch, he was begging to be on The Apprentice. They loved us until my father decided to go down that escalator, and then like this, it all changed, right? It just all changed. It was a pile-on all day, every single day. They knew his heart and soul. They knew us as a family. They were friends of ours, and it all changed when he went down that escalator. But clearly, they got the American people wrong, because no matter how bad their coverage was, my father had maybe the most decisive victory in the history American politics. And so I think the media has, a lot of inward reflection to do. I'm not actually sure if they're capable of doing it because they are elitist and, they pretend to be smarter than everybody else and what they say goes, right? And we've seen that for years and years and years. But I do think that the media in this country has less credibility than it's ever had before. Hence the reason that the podcasts are doing so well. Hence the reason that Joe Rogan's doing so well. Hence the reason when my father goes on with Elon Musk on Twitter Spaces, he had 2.1 billion total impressions, from that. I mean, the landscape of the media is changing drastically because the American people do not trust them.
Here's something intriguing. I've noticed some strange similarities between George Orwell's 1984 character Emmanuel Goldstein and what we see today with Trump derangement syndrome, or TDS. In 1984, Goldstein is a scapegoat for all of the world's problems. The public is fed lies and pushed to direct all of their anger towards this fictional villain. Sound familiar?
He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist.
You are the people in history they warned us about! They warned us about people like you!
Today, the media has gaslit many into despising Donald Trump in a similar way. TDS is this compulsive need to blame Trump for everything, whether or not he's involved. Like Goldstein, Trump has become more than a person. He's a symbol, the focal point of a collective rage. It's no longer just about policies. It's an emotional reaction.
Like the devil came out and just whoever, we're gonna make people hate Donald Trump. Hate! Get him!
I hate Donald Trump! He's a racist! He's a dead white supremacist! He's an insurrectionist!
Our economy's tanking. Borders are wide open. We've got serious issues like illegal immigrants eating our pets. Yeah, I'm not kidding. But yeah, during the 2024 Democratic Convention, instead of addressing these problems, speakers at the convention felt obligated to mention Trump's name 150 times. And that was just on the first day. Just like Orwell's 2 Minutes of Hate, where the media keeps us locked in this endless cycle of outrage over every trivial thing Trump says or does.
He hates Mexicans, and he says they're rapists, and he hates black people.
And here's the kicker. It's all a distraction. While we're focused on Trump, we're not talking about the real issues plaguing our society. The political divide in this country is unlike anything I've ever seen. Mass mind control? Maybe. But, Hollywood and the media have clearly played a role. And when it comes to friends and family lost to media lies, I really believe ego plays a huge part, because some would rather die than admit that they were wrong. What have you experienced with your lost loved ones? I'd like to hear it in the comments. I'll leave you with this question. If the media knows they're lying, what are they trying to cover up that is so bad? Because when your hatred for one man is greater than your love for your country, you just might be part of the problem.
Yeah, I'll just say this. To the mainstream and legacy media, y'all are dinosaurs at this point. And honestly, we are wondering, truly, what are y'all hiding? Huh?